So selfishly, I'm using this podcast also to, it's basically a personal, I feel like I'm going to be a caller every week.
Yeah, and you're going to get a bill for it.
So Serafina, 5.5,
Yep.
going on 6 in April.
Yep.
Still sucking her thumb. Sucks it at night to go to bed, and she twirls her hair while she does it. This has been going on since she's 6 months old. Also, she sucks her thumb when she's getting a talking to.
Okay.
It's like a safety
Yeah,
mechanism.
it's comfort.
Comfort.
Right.
Now, I was on an airplane once with a flight attendant with Serafina.
Okay.
All right. The flight attendant had to be about 30. And she goes, "Oh, your daughter still sucks her thumb? So do I."
You almost cut off her thumb.
And I said, "Delana, put some Tabasco sauce on this thumb, because I ain't going to have a 30-year-old daughter walking around sucking her thumb at Whole Foods." What is going on?
Yeah, I mean, adults who suck their thumb, obviously less common, because think about all the people you know, and most of them aren't sitting at your house sucking their thumbs.
Yeah.
But it's a really hard issue because all the treatments, and I am fortunate to be married to an orthodontist, so I've heard about thumb sucking and what it does to teeth and all the different variations of treatment options. And honestly, in my 20 years experience, nothing works well. Like you said, Tabasco sauce, different nail polishes, putting Band-Aids on the thumb as a reminder and a prevention, trying to give them alternative, like soothing objects like a stuffed animal or a blankie. What ends up happening, they just take that and suck their thumb as well. My daughter was the same way. Right thumb, left finger. It was always exactly the same. During the day, I usually, because you don't want to make it a negative thing and always saying no, no, no. So if you see it during the day, which honestly most people aren't doing, I usually just gently take their hand and give them something to do with their hand. Give them something to color, give them something to play with, see if you can distract them. At night, I have to be honest, nothing works well because it's almost, they're unconscious about it. It happens and it's self-soothing. Here's the good news. Very interestingly, there is one positive thing about thumb sucking and people who nail bite. There was a study published in a journal called Pediatrics, which is a big journal for us, which basically showed that kids who thumb sucked or bit their nails had decreased allergies when they were older. So I wouldn't have somebody thumb suck for that reason, but if you want a positive thing as an adult to counteract the stewardess who's still sucking her thumb at night, that's a positive. And it goes with the hygiene hypothesis. Have you heard of the hygiene hypothesis?
No, this is fascinating.
All right, so the hygiene hypothesis is the idea why we tell parents and kids it's okay to get dirty. It's okay to pick things up on the floor and put their hands in their mouth, because you're getting germs and that creates immunity, so you get less infections later. So the study basically showed that kids who put their thumb in their mouth, probably because there's lots of germs, or bite their nails, there's lots of germs, they're getting immunity and decreased allergies later on. And those decreased allergies lasted up to like 32 years of age, which was crazy from what they studied. The other positive here is it's so fixable. Again, you're going to end up seeing my wife when your daughter's 7 years old. What thumb sucking does is it causes an open bite and it causes the palate to be narrow, and they do an expander. And then what happens when they have the expander in, the child doesn't get comfort because they can't reach the top of their mouth. They feel this device. So then they stop on their own. So it's so easily fixable. So you try all these things. I wouldn't put a lot of stress in it.
Okay. No, it just seems like it's habitual every time. Go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, is this what she's been doing it for basically her whole life? It's like, how do you?
No, she'll probably continue until some sort of orthodontic fix.
The opinions expressed in this program are not intended as professional medical advice, as a diagnosis, as a treatment protocol, or as a substitute for professional medical advice from your physician. Please consider your own medical history and consult with your own physician for your specific healthcare and/or medical needs, and about your concerns for yourself and your family.